Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to talk about snacks today. And today for our challenge is about posting your mid-morning snack. So let's talk about the purpose of snacks. The purpose of a snack really is to bridge your energy between meals. So generally, you can go maybe 3 to 4 hours before you start to get hungry from after your last meal. And some common hunger signals is that you feel hungry. Others are like you're not thinking as clearly. You might feel sometimes a little bit dizzy, moody, irritable. Like those are hunger signals. The thing is, a lot of times, most people push through those hunger signals and they ignore the hunger signals. And after a while, your body actually stops sending you the signals because it takes energy for your body to give you information, right? So your body's like, you know what? Clearly they're not anywhere close to food. Maybe they're in the middle of a forest. Maybe they're in the middle of the jungle, and we need to start conserving our energy. And so what happens is that the body actually is going to not use fat as an energy source. That's going to be the very, very, very last energy source the body is going to tap into because it prefers, especially if the body's thinking that we're in a survival type of situation, it's going to hold on to that fat. It's not going to use it up. And we really don't want the body to do that. So it is good to have a snack. Now, there are a couple things when it comes to snacks, like really assessing if you are truly hungry. So there are other reasons why we may choose to eat. It could be because a good example is yesterday, I forgot what happened. I forgot where we were, but Brene had just ate. And we walked by something, and I'm looking at Brayden because he's always around here almost destroying something. So anyway, so we walked by something, and she's like, "Mommy, I'm hungry." And I'm like, "You're not hungry, you just saw food." So just the environment, if we have food and snacks and cookies and stuff visible on the counter, you're gonna be tempted to eat it. Your brain is gonna want to eat it because it's there. And there's a lot of research that supports that. It could be habit. So, a lot of times, like I tend to have a schedule of eating. So at 10 o'clock, I'm used to having a snack. Now, I usually go ahead and I actually have my tea. I usually have tea first because I might actually be thirsty. So, one little rule of thumb is to drink water and then wait a little bit and really assess if you're truly hungry. Physical hunger grows. It keeps telling you that you're hungry. So you'll continue to feel like, hey, I actually probably need to get something to eat. So you'll feel hungry. Other hunger, like emotional hunger, stress hunger, boredom hunger, if you tend to work in the kitchen a lot because, you're working from home and that's a good space to work, you may notice that you just think about food more often because you're naturally in the kitchen. So environment, all these little things can trigger you to want to eat even though you're not hungry. So check in, drink some water, and wait about 15 minutes or 20 minutes to see if you're actually hungry. If it's helpful, set a timer and check in. If you're still hungry, if you still want something to eat, then yes, absolutely, have a snack, especially if you're noticing that you're starting to get irritable. And I know for me, if I am in a meeting or if I'm talking to someone and that meal time is coming up, I'm not listening to anything people are saying. So I wanted to share a couple of ideas with you when it comes to snacks. So a couple of rules of thumb is snacks, like I said, bridge your energy between breakfast or, between your two meals. And generally, you want them to be around 100 to 200 calories, depending on what your personal needs are. But you do want them to contain fiber and or protein, at least 5 to 6 grams of fiber and or protein. And the main reason is because that those components of a snack are going to sustain your energy. So for example, if here's a rice cake, I have some rice cakes. We eat these all the time, but if I just have this rice cakes alone, because it's mostly carbohydrate, I am gonna be hungry in like 30 minutes. It's not gonna satisfy me. But if and I forgot to grab my, however, if I combine this rice cake with a protein source, for example, it could be a number of things. So if I have a rice cake and whatever serving size of, let's say 3/4 cup of this yogurt, I'm getting at least 15, 16 grams of protein out of this yogurt. And when I eat these together, I'm getting some carbohydrate, I'm getting some protein, I'm gonna get some energy for my brain to function, and I'm gonna get sustainable energy to last me for a couple of hours. So when you eat these together, you're more likely to be satisfied for, for a few hours. And that's just an example, guys. So I'm gonna be going over different combinations. Even this yogurt alone, a lot of times I just have yogurt. I may add fruit, I may not, because you're still getting some carbohydrate from the yogurt as well. I like to buy plain yogurt, and what I do is I would add, like if I wanted vanilla, like a vanilla yogurt, I would add vanilla extract. Sometimes I would add honey, or I would add some stevia.
No, stop.
So this could flavor your yogurt, and you can control the amount of sugar that you add, or you can use stevia. Same thing when it comes to, like, this is another one. This is a caramel extract. I love extracts. Get his pop and play. Let's see. There's another really good one I use a lot is lemon extract. I do this in my yogurt quite a bit. Peppermint extract. So these extracts are great ways to flavor your yogurt and customize your yogurt, depending on whatever flavor that you want. So I do that a lot. I love extracts. Other combinations, going back to the rice cake, I like to add, what I normally do is I would add 2 tablespoons of PB2. The way you use PB2 is that you add water to the consistency that you want. And what I like about PB2 is because I like peanut butter, but peanut butter can be pretty high in fat, even though it's a healthy fat. So, like, and I got some peanut butter here. Most nut butters are going to have, a little bit of fat, even though it's healthy, so to each his own, do what you want to do, but this is what works for me. But just to give you an idea, so this is Peter Pan, right? And, even this one has added sugar to it. So we're just going to compare. So 2 tablespoons, so the serving size is the same, of peanut butter is about 200 calories and 16 grams of fat. And then, you have your protein, right? 8 grams of protein. If you get peanut butter that's like all natural, nothing added to it, like no sugar, you're probably gonna, the calories will be a little bit less, probably closer to 150 or so. But PB2, and not everyone likes this, this is just me. 60 calories for 2 tablespoons. So way lower, right? 1.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbohydrate, and, did you fall? All right. 5 grams of carbohydrate, and then you have 6 grams of protein. So I would usually add my PB2 on top of my rice cake, and that would be my snack. Other combinations, and if you do prefer like a nut butter, I like to have like veggies, so you can do like pre-cut celery, which these are going to be really high. You know, you'll get some fiber out of it, a lot of water, which helps you to feel full. Or carrots, for example, or slices of cucumber with some sort of, like, you can do peanut butter, or you can do like hummus, for example, or you can do some lean cheese. You can probably even do like 2 of these actually as a quick snack. Other ideas are oatmeal. This is an easy one. So if you want something quick and easy, oatmeal is a great idea. Again, I get the plain oatmeal, and yeah, so I would do the plain oatmeal. And so you're getting both protein and you're getting fiber. So you could just add some water, add some cinnamon. If you want to add a little honey or a stevia packet, you're ready to rock and roll. You can even add just a couple of like seeds, like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, or I think these are called pepitas. Like a tablespoon, you know, should be enough to give you a little bit more healthy, you know, added fat and a little bit of extra protein as a combination. And then you have, I like to buy those packets of chicken. You can get like the little packets of portable chicken breast or tuna or salmon. Like there's all kinds. So I love buying boxes, tons of those for quick and easy snacks. Sometimes I would just toss it in a salad. So a lot of times for snack, I would just get a bowl of salad, and I would put in one of those packets of, you know, tuna or whatnot. And the dressing that I like to use, let's see. The dressing that I like to use is this brand called Bolthouse Farms. This is a yogurt dressing. It's only 40 calories for 2 tablespoons. I usually just use 1, and that's more than enough. And that is super satisfying, especially since you're filling up on lots and lots and lots of veggies. Other things that I'll do for snacks is lots of boiled eggs. This one isn't boiled, but I would boil a bunch of these in my Instant Pot. And so for something quick, like, hey, I need a quick snack, I would just grab a boiled egg and just eat it. And then like things to keep in the car, because sometimes you're on the go. You know, easy things that you can keep in the car, or at least toss in your bag when you're about to leave, are like carrots, you know, fruit like apples, you know, things like that are going to be something that you can toss in your bag. These cheeses, you know, you can toss in your bag fairly easily, but sometimes it is helpful to have things like bars. So a couple things when it comes to your bars. I forgot the Shakeology, but that's okay. So you want to read the label, because when you're hungry and you're like, hey, I'm just gonna eat this bar, and you're like, let's say you're eating these every single day, and you're like wondering why you're not reaching your goals, because these bars can definitely pack on more calories than you think. So this little bar, it's not even that big. I don't know if you can really tell. It's not that big, but this whole bar is about 200 calories, 13 grams of fat, you know, your carbohydrates, you know, 14. So these are fairly low for a bar, and 13 grams of protein. So if I am in a pinch and I need something, this brand is one that I do like, called Boo, BHU. So just look at your bars and make sure you're reading your labels. This is a good one. It's called Simply Fit. And this is 140 calories, only 4 grams of fat. You know, so it's 25. I don't even know what that is. Great. Anyway, we're almost done. No, it's extract. So, oh yes, I forgot what I was doing. About 25 grams of carbohydrate, 4 grams of protein. So again, push come to shove, these are available. You don't want to push yourself you don't want to like push yourself to go to not eat, because that sets you up for really intense cravings. And that's when you're like, man, I got to get something to eat. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get the 8-count nugget with the fries and the whatever is it, the what's that drink? The frosted lemonade. You know, that's when we start making decisions that don't serve us well. One that I like, I usually use these as a meal if I'm on the go, like if I'm traveling, I would get some of these. So if I had this as a snack, I would break it in half. I wouldn't eat the whole thing. But these are about 290 calories. That's why I use it as a meal. 11 grams of fat, so that's pretty good. 20 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbohydrates. So this is perfect to be broken in half as a snack. So I like these a lot. And then the last one, I can't move right now because there's glass. He broke one of these kids, you know. Anyway, but he broke one of these extracts and the bottle was glass. So the last one, you hear me talk about it all the time, which is Shakeology. Shakeology is about 160 calories, I think. You're getting about 16, 17 grams of protein, about 5 grams of fiber, maybe 6 grams of fiber. And that is perfect. They come in little packets. You can get them on the go. Put them in your bag for on the go. Shake it up with your water, and you have a perfect snack that will sustain you for a couple of hours. All right. When I say a couple of hours, we're talking about 3 to 4. Okay. So, you know, I know everybody has different jobs and roles. So think about what works better for you. So even if it's like keeping something quick and portable, if it's a bar that you can keep in your pocket and you break it and you have something, then do that. If you have the luxury of, you know, actually preparing something, then do that. I like buying these in the smaller individual containers because they're quick, they're easy. So I like tons of boiled eggs because you can grab it, eat it, and, you know, keep it pushing. So hopefully you found this valuable and helpful. Post your snacks.